All right, ladies and gentlemen, Murphy, USA, with the closing bell on Wall Street and banging the gavel. I don't know what Murphy, USA does, but there they are. It reminds me of Jackie Mason once saying about me, Steve Malzberg, I don't know who he is, but he keeps showing up wherever he goes. Jeff Yastine, editor of Newsmax's Financial Intelligence Report newsletter, joins us for the daily closing bell report. And Jeff keeps showing up wherever he goes, too. Hello, Jeff.
I'm like Zelig.
All right, so kind of a blah day in the end on Wall Street, correct?
Yeah, the markets kind of pushed higher through the middle to late part of the session, and then succumbed to a sell-off in the final hour or so. So we had the Dow finishing down 7 points. The Nasdaq, I think, lost. Look at my notes here. Nasdaq lost 3. The S&P 500 finished down 2 points. It's kind of the same as usual here. The interest rates remain low. We saw oil prices pushing up to about $56.5 a barrel today. And there just doesn't seem to be an immediate reason to sell, despite some of the other warning signs that we've been talking about for quite a while now.
Now, did the Fed, at least one member of the Fed, I believe, gave some indication that the interest rates could be put off for a while, no? The rise?
I didn't see that report, but these things kind of go back and forth as the various Fed governors, they make a speech, it gets covered by Reuters or Bloomberg, and they all have their various opinions. We had another guy, James Bullard, who's another member of the board, who came out the other day and said he wanted to see a more aggressive rate hike scheme because he feels like the ability of inflation to be out there and to start kicking up a bit is more enhanced now.
A lot of people say there's a bubble on Wall Street, and a lot of people say that the world economy is revving up. I think that you don't find that those two are mutually exclusive, do you?
It's one of those things that when you look at the traditional and historic measures regarding valuations, you have to think, yes, there is some kind of a bubble going on. The Nasdaq is not nearly at the valuation, the extended valuations that it was back 15, 16 years ago during the heyday of the dot-com bubble. But at the same time, you do see things like today. You have this company called Etsy going public that has like an online marketplace for people who make crafts and those sorts of things. And it's a company that has 120 million or so in revenue and has losses of around $15 million. And there are a whole host of companies, they call them unicorn companies, that are private firms getting billion-dollar valuations out in Silicon Valley, that great many of those also do not have much in the way of revenue and zero in profits.
And Ben Bernanke has himself a new gig, and it kind of speaks to the revolving door between the finance area in government and the business of finance.
Yeah, am I the only person who's upset by this to some degree? I mean, Bernanke is joining Citadel, which is a large $25 billion hedge fund group. He's going to join them as a senior advisor. And there's nothing really wrong with that per se, but it just somehow seems that we are seeing a lot of that from senior officials who leave government, go into the world of hedge funds and private equity. Some of them come back out and join senior positions within the government. There's just a lot of that going on. And I can't imagine that it's not going to come back to bite them at some point if we have another, or not if, but when we have another crisis.
Yeah, you would think so. All right, Jeff, as always, great to talk to you. Jeff Yastine, we'll speak to you tomorrow, sir. And don't forget that you could find out everything you need to know about the financial news by simply going to our website, and that is Newsmax.com, and you click on the finance button, which you will find at the very top of the page. There it is, Newsmax.com. Click on the finance button, which is located at the top of the page. And that's Jack Welch there, ladies and gentlemen, talking about the economy, that it's not that strong. Of course, you get a bunch of varied opinions, and ultimately, you must decide. Give Me Five is next, so don't you go away.